Every single time whenever this Bitcoin signal has flashed, we've always seen a major run higher. And on today's update video, I'm gonna be discussing that. The most important charts, the most important levels of support, which we are literally retesting right now. I'm gonna talk about it all on today's update video, including the major downtrend we are breaking right now here. I'm gonna exactly talk about that, the most important news that hit the market in the last 24 hours, and that somewhat of what have influenced the Bitcoin price and will continue to do so. So a lot to discuss on today's update video. I will give a big update on my trades I have currently got open on the market right now. So don't forget to watch this video till the end. It's going to be a very interesting one. So don't forget to slap that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away into towards today's update video. So first of all, we are once again creating a major CME gap because yes, we were first of all trading around 84,000 US dollars on the weekend, and then of course we created a massive CME gap, which is historically quite a bad thing here because like normally 90% of the times we tend to fill up these CME gaps, but of course the reason why Bitcoin did saw the surge towards the upside, like I discussed in yesterday's video, was due to the fact that Trump was stating that basically the tariffs that he was first planning to implement are probably going to get postponed. Then some other very important news articles that came out yesterday and basically in the last 24 hours is that Circle, the company behind USDC, to get regulatory approval in Japan. So once again, even more adoption, even more bullish news hitting the market. Then also, Ohio is stating that they are working extremely hard to pass the strategic Bitcoin reserve. So yeah, of course, if that comes through, it's ultimately going to be super great for the entire market. Then also, Trump Media signs an agreement with Crypto.com to launch ETFs. So once again, guys, you can't really ignore the fact that Trump is extremely bullish on Bitcoin and crypto, and that is just going to be ultimately pushing the markets much higher. Then of course also he did said some once again bad things about tariffs. Like the one moment he says we're gonna cut tariffs, then the other moment he says we're gonna put more tariffs on autos, aluminium, and all these other things here. So yeah, still Trump is going to be probably create some massive volatility in the market. Then also yesterday, due to the things that Trump said, the US stock market increased, Bitcoin increased, and of course we broke outside of this major downward sloping trend line. And ever since we did broke above this trend line, it's of course ultimately a very great development, but also we broke above this horizontal level, sitting around 87,000 US dollars. This level previously around, like you can see over here, provided many times support and resistance. You can see it here. I outlined all the levels. We got rejected multiple times. We found support multiple times as well. And currently we're once again seeing this level. We're getting retested on Bitcoin. And since we're right now also creating on the imminent short term a higher high structure together with higher lows, it makes a lot of sense that we're likely going to be bouncing from this range right here. So ultimately, Bitcoin looks like a very interesting range right now. We have broken the bigger time frame consolidation phase, the bigger time frame downward sloping trend line. We were creating somewhat of a symmetrical triangle. We squeezed up the momentum and now broken out here. And if we see a retest of this level, this will give us a major opportunity to, of course, see the prices go higher. But ultimately, like I stated in yesterday's video as well, we're still trading in a downtrend on the daily time frame until we're going to be flipping above the previous major highs in the market. And really, if I'm going to be looking at the high in the market, it's going to be this region right here. I think sorry, I drew it incorrectly. It's this region right here. So you can see the 91 to 94,000 US dollar is basically that major support level of that previous consolidation phase. And as long as we're not breaking above that level right here, I still believe that we're trading in somewhat of a depression phase here. So indeed, we're seeing a slight little reversal, but this reversal will only get sentimented if we do break above this level right here. So that is going to be crucial for me right now as well. But a thing that I want you to understand right now here is that on the weekly time frame, we are getting one major bullish buy signal. And I quickly outlined it on the chart every single time whenever this signal occurs, and you can see that literally about 90% of the times whenever this signal occurs, the Bitcoin price goes higher. Not immediately, like you can see over here. Sometimes it takes a while, but sometimes it goes up the week after straight away here. So you can see every single time whenever the hash ribbons have showed us a buy signal, it was a very great time to be buying. And basically this chart shows us the growth in the hash rate, and whenever of course it slows down, it shows you there's less interest in Bitcoin and less confidence in Bitcoin, and whenever this increases, it usually corresponded with higher prices as well here. So yeah, once again we're seeing a bullish crossover happening over here, and this is signaling the trend is going to probably continue towards the upside, and that may lead to a belief that people think Bitcoin is going to be going much higher. Then, of course, on the weekly time frame, we're still holding up the legendary support line on Bitcoin, and really, as long as we're holding this level, I think everything is looking okay here. But as soon as we do break below this exact level right here, I do think we're going to be quite screwed here. So I have stated in many previous videos as well here, as soon as we do break this level right here, we are going to be going in towards a major bear market. But as long as we're holding up towards it, I think we're looking quite okay here. And then looking at the liquidation heat map real quickly, we're seeing that, of course, there's a major amount of Bitcoin short liquidation still laying above us. And of course, the spot Bitcoin ETF once again saw a positive day of inflow. We've right now seen the 7th consecutive day of inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF, which is a very great thing here. And guys, looking real quickly at my trade here, my trade on Hyperliquid is doing absolutely incredible, making me about $13,000 right now here. And my other trades, my Bitcoin and Ethereum longer term strategies, are both doing very nice here. So guys, I showed you these trades whenever they were in a loss, and also now while they are in a profit. And the best part about these trades here, guys, is that it is literally a trading bot here that is automatically accumulating and selling Bitcoin along the way up and down here. So honestly, I don't really mind all too much here for what all is happening, and it is really giving me some peace of mind here while still bringing in those profits here. So if you want to be copying my exact trading strategy on Bitcoin or Ethereum, don't forget to go to the highest link description of today's video, where you can find a link to copy my exact Bitcoin or Ethereum trading bot, or where you can sign up an account to Pionex, where you can claim a free $1,000 in deposit bonuses right now here. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, that we're seeing massive amounts of accumulation demand still in the market, and that is ultimately a very great signal, because that is always going to be pushing the prices higher. Then of course, looking at some other charts there, like I discussed earlier, the historical buy signal on the hash ribbons is flashing right now here, and like you can see on the chart, the last 2 times this has happened, we surged up over 100% every single time here. So if it's going to be at least like 50%, it would already be extremely crazy from off this point onwards. And if you're really looking at the weekly time frame for the total cryptocurrency market cap, it does look like a very interesting range where we're currently sitting. Because yeah, ultimately, if you're going to go to total 3, the total cryptocurrency market cap, you can see that we're seeing right now a perfect retest on this market. Literally the previous high getting retest as support right now here. This is very normal price action, and honestly, this is likely going to continue with another run towards the upside. So I'm super excited for this here, super excited for the entire market. It does look very great in this moment of time here. Then going a little bit deeper in towards the video, I quickly want to be discussing Ethereum, because yeah, BlackRock has stated recently that Ethereum ETFs are underperforming due to no staking, and whenever the SEC is going to be approved staking on the Ethereum ETF, I really think Ethereum is going to go parabolic. And like I stated before here in my previous videos, BlackRock is currently pursuing this exact thing here. So it is probably going to be happening anytime soon here, and whenever this is going to be happening, it's going to be great here. Q1 has been a horrible month for Ethereum, but I am not betting on another horrible Q2 for Ethereum. It's been literally the worst Q1 in Ethereum's history, and usually whenever times are very bad, usually people think it's going to get even worse, but that is usually not what happens here. So I am heavily betting on Ethereum right now here. I do think it's going to be creating a major reversal, like stated in many videos before as well. I am creating massive long positions on Ethereum, and I'm just trying to position myself accordingly right now here, because I do believe, if I look at the bigger perspective, that it is a very great range right now here. So this is it for me in today's update video, guys. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to stop with that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.